like the video.
I am not here to waste your time. I'm not going to mince words or beat around the bush. If you haven't seen this new Joker movie yet, I have one word for you. Don't. Derapy. I went into this movie trying to be fair, trying to be nice, because I'd heard that everybody hated the movie. Like, I literally could not find a single person that enjoyed the film online at all. And usually I'm pretty good at like going into things and just forming my own opinion on it, because I'm not out here trying to waste 2.5 hours of my life. And what I think a lot of people don't understand is the movie going experience generally is going to be around 3 hours regardless of how long the movie is. Like, because this movie, for example, it's 2 hours and 18 minutes. I got to drive to the theater. I got to sit through the previews. I got to watch the movie. Then I got to drive home. We're talking 3-4 hours of my life. I'd like to believe that this time will not be wasted. And the only reason my time was not entirely wasted is because I get to make content out of this. If I now came across a friend, a family member, a loved one, just a member of the community, and they asked me my feelings on this Joker movie, I would have this little episode as proof that it happened. Otherwise, I would like to frankly forget that this even happened. The overall mood and vibe I got just being in the theater throughout the movie, I never thought of all the words I could use to describe watching a Joker movie. I would think bored. This is going to sound crazy, but the movie is literally in 2 different locations the entire movie. And if you think I'm joking,
He's not the Joker.
I'm sorry. Don't go and watch the movie to prove me wrong. It's not worth it. The entire movie is either in the courtroom or at Arkham Asylum. That's it. That's where the entire movie is. How do we spend over 2 hours in just 2 places? Where did the budget for this movie go? I don't understand. I guess it's important to talk about the characters. It's actually not going to take that long because there are literally only 2 characters with any actual character at all. So we have Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, and it's not his fault. Like, the reason I hate this movie, and a lot of other people do, it's not Joaquin Phoenix's fault. There's never a scene where I'm like, wow, he could have acted better there. Like, that's not the problem. It's just that his character doesn't do anything besides be sad. He doesn't do any Joker things. You know what? I tried to have some structure as to how I was going to talk about this, but I just want to say that the trailer for this movie is borderline false advertisement. There's basically no action. All of the most violent things that happen in the movie, like there's an explosion in the trailer. Spoiler alert. It happens at the very end of the movie, and it is just not really consequential to the overall movie at all. Like, at one point in the movie, it's basically like a jump scare. The courtroom explodes. And if the movie was about like, so there's that movie, what's Oppenheimer, right? The entire movie, you know there's going to be an explosion. And when the explosion actually happens, you're like, damn, that was worth waiting all day for. But when this explosion happens, you're just like, wow, that's crazy. Mid-ass boom. And the Joker's fine. Like, and it turns out the people that planned it, like, it was just it's a complete coincidence. Like, neither him or Harley had anything to even do with it. There's a point in the movie where, or in the trailer rather, where he's beating somebody with a chair or he's beating somebody with the judge's gavel. That doesn't even really happen in the movie. He's just imagining it. A lot of the craziest things that happen in the movie are not literally happening. Like, there's a point where Lady Gaga shoots him. Harley Quinn shoots him. It doesn't even really happen. It's just a part of one of the many musical numbers. And can I just say,
It's a podcast.
Initially, I was upset when I heard that it was a musical because why is it a musical? Literally, nobody asked for that. But in the first hour of the movie, it wasn't really taking me out. But then as the movie went on, there would be like actually really good scenes happening, and it would just cut. And it wouldn't naturally transition into a musical number. It would be like the movie stopped and they were like, let's show you a music video starring Joaquin Phoenix dressed as Joker and Lady Gaga dressed as Harley Quinn. And they would do the musical number and then it would go back to the movie, and the movie doesn't even go back to the scene it was at. It's in a different scene, which makes me feel like they shot all the stuff in like different orders and they just added it in post at random points. It just completely takes you out of the film. Like, the immersiveness is gone. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, like, she's fine. Like, there's never a point in the movie where I'm like, look at Lady Gaga acting like Harley Quinn. She's fine in the role, but the writing for the character is so bad. Like, I know that there's never really any big backstory for Harley Quinn. I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't read comics. Like, I'm a dork, but not that kind. But there's just her arc in the movie. And I guess this is a spoiler, but not really. This is Lady Gaga's entire character arc, okay, as Harley Quinn. Lie to get into Arkham because she's obsessed with the Joker and loves him. Then, spoiler alert, the Joker says, I don't want to be the Joker anymore. And then Harley Quinn's like, I don't love you anymore. That's that's literally all she does. And she sings. That's it. Like, what about her makes her attracted to crazy people? You expect so much out of her. She's such like a big celebrity. Like, she's such a talented person. And all the musical numbers are fine, I guess, when they're not just completely distracting you from the movie. But it does get to a point when you're like an hour and 45 minutes or 2 hours in, and they start singing, you're like, another song? There's actually an unintentionally funny point in the movie where she starts singing. She starts singing like him and her have been singing throughout the movie. And the Joker is literally like, can you stop singing? Can we please just talk? It honestly felt like something that should have been cut out of the movie was accidentally left in. Like, the actor himself was like, wait, should we be singing right here? Like, shouldn't we just be having a conversation? Where's the real script for this movie? What makes most movies and television good is the depth of each character. Like, I'm just thinking of like a random thing that I love, like Breaking Bad, for example. There is depth to 4 or 5 characters. You have Walt, you have Jesse, you have Skyler, you have Hank, you have Gomi, you have Gustavo, you have Hector, and all these people have like intricate backstories. And I understand that it's different because that's a show. A better example is a movie that is literally in the same universe. The Dark Knight, for example. You want to understand these characters on a deeper level and understand their motivations. Alfred from The Dark Knight, I care more about than Harley Quinn in this movie. And Alfred's like the 5th or 6th most important character in that movie. Harvey Dent's in this movie, by the way. And he's
Useless.
He's just doing the case. There's nothing about his character that intrigues you. It's just not interesting. The characters aren't interesting. The locations aren't interesting. The plot isn't interesting. The entire plot is literally just him going on trial for the things that he did in the first Joker movie. And the trial lasts the entire movie. And then at the end, of course, he's found guilty because he killed someone on live television. But then the courtroom just explodes. So we spent half the movie in this courtroom just for the place to blow up and him just walk out. And then, absolutely huge spoiler alert incoming. If you don't want to know exactly what happens at the end of the movie, leave the video right now. But Joker, at the end of the movie, our main character, our main guy, it ends with him dying by this guy that's been hanging out in the background of the Arkham Asylum like scenes the whole movie, and he comes up to him in the end and he's just like, you want to hear a joke? And he tells Joker a joke, and then he just stabs him like 30 times, and then he like carves his own face, so like he's supposed to be the new Joker, but everybody knows that like this movie series, these characters, they're all dead. Like, we're never gonna see Lady Gaga, Harley Quinn again. Like, nobody was going to ask for another movie after this because it was so bad. Todd Phillips said he was absolutely done with this. Within days of the movie coming out, he was like, yeah, no more Joker movies for me. No more DC for me. So, like, I don't even understand what the point of it was. And I generally hate coming out of movies, finishing any form of media, whether it be a television show, a song, an album, any form of media like that, and thinking to myself, like, what was even the point of this? I've honestly seen around 24 movies this year, and this might be like bottom 3. The fact that I expected it to be bad, and it was, in every single thing that everybody said was bad about it was pretty much bad. Like, I was trying to get cool with it. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret, all right? You probably determined this if you ever heard an episode of mine before. I can be a pretty dramatic person. I was what some people would refer to as a theater kid, right? I like musicals. Here's the big reveal. Okay, here's me being really honest. I saw a Mean Girls movie earlier this year, and it was a musical, and I had no idea it was going to be a musical. And you know how I felt about that movie? Fantastic. I've seen it twice. I would watch it again. Okay, that's where the bar was. The bar was the Mean Girls musical, and we couldn't even touch that with this Joker film. That the last one made $1 billion. The budget was probably crazy. It has Lady Gaga in it, and it's just boring. It's just a boring movie. There's no variety of set design. There's no heart in the story. Like, I couldn't even tell you what the mission of the movie was, besides to make you not like it. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and yap about that for a bit. If I had to rate it, I would just say that it's like a 3, like a light to decent 3.
3.
And the 3 is only because the acting is good and the music isn't bad. But all the stuff that's supposed to matter, compelling characters, interesting plot, it's just got nothing. It's just got nothing, man. Like, I don't usually tell people this. I'm usually like, yo, go see it. Go form your own opinion. I don't even feel that way. I am actively telling you to not do it. Save your money. Save your time. That's all I have. If you enjoyed this episode and want more movie reviews, like the video, leave a comment with your favorite show or movie that has the Joker in it. So I have something to cleanse me of this viewing I had to suffer through today. Consider supporting the channel by becoming a member for $1 or become a certified Derapist for $5 and get a shout out like this.
Shout out to Johnny Car Wash, Dre Benoit, Jordan, On the Hunt Productions, Frame Rate, DC, Ethan Throwaway Beats, Messina, Emma McCoy, Agony, Rich Mixed, Nate Rubin, Stout Shaco, High 3, Thomas the Dank Engine, Cuts by Reggie, _ Zeus, Whiskey, Aaron Williams, The Absolute Fucking Worst, Vitamus, and Greenberg 305.
Love you. Mean it.
Enjoy the outro.
Hey, one take. I'm going mean like Ruben on a bad day. I be going hard, never halfway. Lately feeling bad, man, but I can't be staying down. I'm the one who's slaying sound, no time to be playing around. I'm not one to play a clown, play the hero, save a town. Only live twice, how you do that? Gotta wear like 2 caps, come home, they like, who that? It's that dude who do raps, but this ain't no Taco Bell. Hero, some respect now, you know how I get down. Bust down on my wrist now, oh wow, he a liar. One day I'll get flyer, situation dire. Sometimes think I'm drowning, I like to go higher. First need to be hired, check my skills and accolades. Don't you think I deserve pay? I've been going super sane, all I'm missing yellow hair. Idolized Breezy as a child, then I grown up. Still waiting to glow up, but at least I show up. Make a buck by showing off, haters man I blow them off. Shrug my shoulders, moving boulders, mentally like Mewtwo. They like, who knew he'd be cutting up like 2-year-olds. And time out when you tell them that it's time not to just chill out and just lie down. But they stressing you while blessing you, cause children are a gift. But I can wait for that, can't pay for that. I'm taking one day at a time, perfect the craft and keep it tight. Cannot waste a second if you wanna be the best. And I be snapping like Cortez or something, going Kanye West or something. Reputation to protect. If you look at that as crazy, then I'm going for your neck. I'm a lion on the prowl, I be fibbing and a threat. My bro saying they forget, and they're just reminding me, you better keep an eye on me. I swear y'all so behind on me.